Dear students, in this lecture, we will prove that every Cauchy sequence of real numbers is bounded. Theorem: if Sn n is equal to 1 to infinity is Cauchy sequence of real numbers is Cauchy sequence of real numbers then Sn is bounded. Sn n is equal to 1 to infinity is bounded, or in words we can describe statement of this theorem as every Cauchy sequence of real numbers is bounded. Every Cauchy sequence of real numbers is bounded. Every Cauchy sequence of real numbers is bounded. Let us see proof of this theorem. Since Sn is Cauchy sequence, since Sn is Cauchy sequence there is n belongs to I, n belongs to I, positive integer n, such that if m and n are greater equal to n, then distance between Sm and Sn is less than 1. Distance is less than 1. So, this statement holds for those m and n which are greater equal to n. Recall the definition of Cauchy sequence. Cauchy sequence means we can make terms of sequence as close as we want by taking m and n sufficiently large. So this holds for every epsilon. For every epsilon there is certain n satisfying this. So here we are taking value of epsilon equal to 1. We can assign any positive real number to epsilon. Okay. In particular, for n is equal to n, so what values we can assign to m and n? We can assign any values which are greater equal to n. So we can assign m equal to n equal to n plus 1, n plus 2 and so on. So in particular we are selecting n. So in particular for n equal to n, we have if m is greater equal to n, then distance between Sm and Sn is less than 1. Distance between Sm and Sn is less than 1. So, we have, if m is greater equal to n, then distance between Sn is less equal to, by triangle inequality, I am adding and subtracting Sn minus Sn plus Sn, which is less equal to Sn minus Sn plus Sn plus mod Sn, which is less than 1 plus mod Sn from this, because Sn minus Sn is less than 1 if m is greater equal to n. So, if you want, I can add this everywhere. Let me add few for clarity. M is greater equal to n implies this. Again, m is greater equal to n implies this. So say, this is first statement. This is our first statement. If m is greater equal to n, then mod Sn is less than 1 plus mod Sn. If m is greater equal to n, then mod Sn is less than 1 plus mod Sn. So what it means, all terms onwards n are less than 1 plus mod Sn. So which terms are left? See, in statement 1, what we have proved? We have proved that Sn is less than 1 plus mod Sn. Then mod Sn plus 1 is less than 1 plus mod Sn. This is as it is. So this is going to be constant. Mod Sn plus 2 is less than 1 plus mod Sn. This is interpretation of this. So which terms are left? Terms whose subscript is less than n. So first n minus 1 terms are left. Let us separately consider them. Take m dash is equal to maximum of mod S1, those terms which are left, first n minus 1 terms. So these are finitely many, that is n minus 1 terms, and m dash is maximum of this. Okay. Then if m is less equal to n minus 1, we have mod Sn is less equal to m dash. Say this is second. So from first, if m is greater equal to n, then mod Sm is less than 1 plus mod Sn. And if m is less equal to n minus 1, then mod Sm is less equal to m dash. What we want, that mod Sm is less than some constant for all m. So if we take maximum of 1 plus mod Sn and m dash, in fact any number which is greater than m dash and 1 plus mod Sn, then we can say that mod Sm is less than that number. So we can select any number. Let me take that number as m. Take m is equal to 1 plus mod Sn plus m dash. Then clearly, 1 plus mod Sn is less equal to m and m dash is also less equal to m. In fact, it is less than m, strictly less than m. Okay. So from m is number which is greater equal to m dash and it is greater equal to 1 plus mod Sn. So from first and second, all values of m will be covered. So from first and second, we have mod Sm is less equal to m for all m belongs to I. So I could write this as m belongs to I implies mod Sm is less equal to m. All values of m are covered. Onwards n are covered here, greater equal to n, and less equal to n minus 1 are covered here. So by combining first and second, we have this statement. This proves our desired conclusion that every Cauchy sequence is bounded. So this proves that Sn is bounded. Sn is bounded sequence. So remember the statement, every Cauchy sequence of real numbers is bounded. Every Cauchy sequence of real numbers is bounded. Every Cauchy sequence of real numbers is bounded. Is bounded. So every Cauchy sequence of real numbers is bounded. Thank you.